Behind the gleaming glass facade of Adidas headquarters in Herzogenaurach, executives stared at glowing terminal screens in sheer disbelief. In a single calculated morning, a multi-billion-dollar partnership vanished into thin air, leaving a massive financial crater. To understand this catastrophic collapse, we must decode the underlying mechanics of modern sneaker economics. It was not just about shoes. It was an unprecedented hyper-growth engine built entirely on manufactured scarcity and cultural manipulation. Back in 2013, Nike rejected Kanye West's royalty demands. Sensing blood in the water, Adidas swooped in with an aggressive, highly unconventional contract that gave the controversial artist unprecedented creative control and a massive profit-sharing cut. The gamble paid off faster than anyone predicted. Yeezy releases generated insane secondary market hype, turning basic foam and mesh into digital gold and printing hundreds of millions of dollars in pure profit. But the real masterstroke wasn't the product design, it was a psychological trap. By deliberately keeping supplies artificially low, Adidas created an addictive cycle of FOMO that paralyzed the entire retail industry. Behind closed doors, however, tension was reaching a boiling point. Kanye West increasingly clashed with corporate bureaucrats who tried to censor his vision, leading to explosive public rants and escalating boardroom anxiety. As profits soared past the $1 billion mark, Adidas grew dangerously dependent on a single volatile personality. Financial analysts warned the board about the extreme concentration risk, but the cash flow was simply too addictive to ignore. Then came the breaking point in late 2022. A series of inflammatory public remarks crossed every ethical and corporate boundary imaginable, forcing global retail partners into an inescapable corner. Major retail giants like Foot Locker and Gap pulled Yeezy inventory overnight. Yet Adidas hesitated, paralyzed by the sheer financial devastation that cutting ties would instantly inflict on their quarterly balance sheet. Shareholders began dumping stock in a panic. The market capitalization of the sportswear titan plummeted by billions as institutional investors realized management had completely lost control of the narrative. On October 25, 2022, the hammer finally dropped. In a terse, carefully worded press release, Adidas announced the immediate termination of the partnership, halting all production with zero transition period. The immediate financial fallout was unprecedented in modern retail history. Over $600 million in projected operating profit vanished in a single afternoon, leaving warehouses stuffed with unsellable luxury inventory. Executives faced an agonizing dilemma. What do you do with over $1 billion worth of branded shoes that you legally cannot sell under their original name? Destroying the inventory would take an environmental toll and destroy millions in potential salvage value. Donating them would tank the brand's premium market positioning forever. CEO Bjørn Gulden inherited this ticking financial time bomb, stepping into a corporate battlefield where every single available option guaranteed massive losses and reputational damage. To mitigate the disaster, Adidas executed a radical pivot. They decided to slowly liquidate the remaining stock, donating a portion of the massive proceeds to social justice charities to rehabilitate their tarnished image. Consumers rushed back to grab the final pairs, proving that hype often outlives controversy. But the underlying wound to the German sportswear giant's corporate pride and financial stability ran much deeper than any single quarter's revenue. This monumental failure taught business schools worldwide a brutal, unforgettable lesson about the extreme dangers of relying on hyper-volatile influencers for core revenue growth. When a brand outsources its cultural soul to a single unpredictable creator, it signs away its long-term independence. The moment the creator turns rogue, the empire crumbles from within. Look closely at your own financial choices today. Whether you are managing a small personal portfolio or building a business, diversification isn't just a boring buzzword. It is your only true shield against sudden, catastrophic collapse. Avoid tying your entire financial future to a single high-risk asset or a volatile income stream. True wealth is built on resilient, diversified foundations that can withstand unexpected economic earthquakes. The Adidas and Yeezy saga remains the ultimate modern corporate cautionary tale. It proves that no matter how massive an empire appears on the surface, a single flawed foundational bet can bring it to its knees in 24 hours. As the dust finally settles in Herzogenaurach, executives are left counting the heavy cost of chasing short-term cultural dominance over long-term stability and strategic brand integrity. History shows that empires fall not from external attacks, but from internal hubris and over-reliance on unsustainable partnerships. Remember this the next time you see a brand chasing overnight hype at all costs. Stay vigilant, protect your capital, and always look past the flashy marketing facade to analyze the underlying risks. Thank you for watching Corporate Empires and Founder Stories.